Welcome to Greystone Capital Group, where we invite you to embark on an extraordinary journey towards a life of abundance and fulfillment. At Greystone Capital Group, we specialize in the transformative power of passive investing in commercial real estate. Your journey to financial freedom and a fulfilled life begins right here. Subscribe now and let Greystone Capital Group be your guide to shaping a brighter tomorrow.
Hello, Scott. Welcome to the show. I'm very glad to have my friend Scott here. He's based in Florida, and welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you very much, Jonathan, for having me. Appreciate being here.
Yeah. So today, Scott, tell the audience, how did you got your journey into real estate, and why is that your passion to be in real estate?
Well, it started out because I work and still do work as a yacht captain, and I've been doing that for over 20 years. And it's a very unstable business, and I've always looked for, other streams of income that can provide, more passive income for myself. That way, I have another stream of income to help me offset if I do lose my job, because it is a fickle industry that, here today, gone tomorrow,
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was that like kind of Wall Street job, merger and acquisitions, and the next day you're laid off and that's it.
Well, you can get laid off the same day.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you're looking for stability in real estate that can provide you passive income that can help you kind of give you more revenue stream. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And when did you first start in real estate?
Real estate, I bought my first house in 2002, 2003. And as my family got larger, we bought another house and moved and rented that one, and then moved from there. And then I found out about multifamily real estate and syndications, and I saw that the economies of scale, and also the revenue is much higher, and it was more passive than the single family homes, where if the person moves out, then you have to find them, and it could be a few months before you find a new renter. So
okay, great. So you want to scale, you like to scale multifamily, and you found out about syndication. Great. And how did you start your journey as raising capital, and how did you learn about that, and what techniques do you use to do that?
Well, I learned about that through the syndications, and I've figured out, since it's a team effort, I have to kind of focus on one thing. And while I'm still working on the yachts, it's something that I can do from anywhere. And it's focused on that because without the deals, without the capital, the deals don't go through. I was told a lot when I first got started, find a good deal and the rest will fall into place. But I found it to be the opposite, that if you find the capital, people will find you with the deals.
Yes, that's true. That's true in this industry, because it's been hard to find deals and capital, I think, because the economy is a little harder and more challenging these days than it was back maybe 2-3 years ago. So,
Definitely.
yeah. And what do you do? How do you meet your investors? How do you, how do you get the leads into your raising capital system?
Well, I started a meetup group, Yachtie Real Estate Investors, and just mainly to meet more people and network and learn more about what's going on, and what I can do to help other people and on their investment journey. And it has grown, especially because I've collaborated with some other groups and expanded from Fort Lauderdale to West Palm Beach and Stewart. And I'm involved with a lot of other networks, Raise Masters, and, some fund of funds groups that I'm finding that, the more I network, the more opportunities come up and the more capital you can raise, just because, more people, more options for capital. The more you can present your deal and add value to other people, the more capital you can raise.
Yeah, so the key thing is networking is very important, and adding value and helping people if they need, where the synergies align, you can help them and where everything aligns. So good.
Yes.
So yeah, we have a similar as meetup here in Dallas, and we're also growing, always networking, and we're also part of several mastermind as well. So I guess in your what in your strategy, what do you do? Do you send monthly newsletters, or how do you communicate with your investors?
I do a range of things. You know, I do monthly, actually weekly updates, and then monthly newsletters. And I do a lot of educational posting, and I've started to do work on doing some webinars, and mainly just keep in contact with people, you know, especially in the meetup groups and people in my personal network that I know personally. I want to make sure that they know what I'm doing, because initially when I started off, I was doing this, and a lot of people didn't know that that's what I was doing. So you know, people might be watching, but they may not understand what you're actually doing. So the educational aspect, a lot of people still don't know that they can invest in a syndication, or can invest into a large apartment building, or all these other types of commercial real estate. So
Hmm.
the educational you know, curve, shall you say, can be quite steep when it comes to a lot of people. They understand that they have a 401k, but they may not necessarily know what's in it.
Okay, okay, good, yeah. Yeah, so education is very important. Do webinars is important. Doing networking is important. That's how you get them to understand and educate them. And when then they get comfortable, they go invest in your deals and deals you have with sponsors like myself. Great. And so what would you say, you know, there's a lot of challenges and tribulation. What would you say from going through that, you know, that difficult process? One thing you would take away and share as a golden nugget, you know?
One thing I would share is just to keep networking, keep, you know, keep out there, and keep talking to people. And the main thing is just get to know your investor or the people around you really well, to find out what their appetite is and what their comfort zone is, what their risk tolerance is, because it's really all it's 100% all about them. You know, not, you know, you might have a great deal, but it might not fit their life at that time, or that their investment strategy at that time. So you really have to put those two pieces of the puzzle together. If it's a good fit for them, then it's a great deal all around. It has to be a win-win model.
Okay, you kind of know your avatar, your investors, get to know them personally and see what they're looking for, so you can say, hey, maybe there's a deal right for you, and you want to chat more, I can send it to you and see if that's something you're interested. We'll talk more. Because some
Yes.
may want different kind of objectives or different kind of returns or
Yeah.
something that, you know, profile that may not be the one size fits all, you know. So
Yeah, all deals are not for all people. And you know, right now, you know, it could be, you know, I could have some very young children, and I may need that cash at this time. It may not be the right thing for them to lock away that amount of money. They may need to be more liquid at that time, or
hmm,
they may need to put money back in a business or something like that.
right.
So, you know, you have to kind of find what's the best thing for them.
Okay. Okay, great. Um and So I guess for you, what do you think you do in life that helps you elevate your, I guess, your growth in real estate? What do you do? Any attributes, any rituals you do?
Well, generally, I've always been into fitness for most of my life. I was into sports and stuff like that, but I've always, in the last 5 years, I've kind of found a Wim Hof technique, breathing. I do a lot of breathing and meditation every morning, just
Hmm.
to get clear, because for a long time I'd wake up and my brain would go, you know, no matter what time I wake up, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning or 5, my brain is going really fast. But if I slow down with the breathing, it help, and meditation helps me get clear on what my purpose for the day is.
Yeah, very good. That's a very good tip. Daily meditation, which I do, and also clear your mind. There's breathing. If you YouTube, there's always like breathing techniques, how you do
Yes.
that. And it will help you because it'll help elevate your spiritual soul, which will extend your consciousness, and then it will help you elevate your positive thinking, which will transform
Yes.
that into your real life, right? So
Yeah, and it's proven that if you're in a better mood or you're positive, you'll make 35% better decisions.
Hmm.
Whereas if you're in a bad mood or things are not going well, you're in a negative mood, you not necessarily going to make the best decisions. So, and that breathing technique, the Wim Hof, there's so many different types of breathing that might, people should explore that might fit them. This one particular may not be the right one for them, but there's so many things because we talk a lot about exercise, nutrition, and mindset and stuff, but getting the right amount of oxygen level in your brain and your body is probably the most important thing that you can do for overall health.
And I guess, what I do is I exercise. I make sure that I try to eat right most of the time. Sometimes it's okay to eat something bad, but
Yeah,
but you try to do that and try to be in good shape, go, see a doctor, get a blood test. So annual physical, those are important, and mindset. Once you have that and you have a good and people and you surround yourself with good people who are either more
yes,
experienced or has what you're looking for, will help you grow in that sort of ecosystem, right? So like
yeah,
I myself have a own mastermind that I
yeah,
help my students how to buy apartment or how to raise capital. If they're interested in that, they can come reach out to me and talk about it. But I have a program to show how to raise capital and scale, like how what Scott Kidd is doing. And that way you can scale and grow and become stronger in real estate. So with experienced
yeah. I
sponsor like myself. So
Yeah, I agree. I've always sought out people that were much further ahead or more experienced just because it challenges you to get better and be better. And
mhm.
they might be exposing you to something that you may not have ever known about or heard about.
Mhm.
And it's a great feeling when you're surrounded by people that can challenge you.
Right, right. So I'm part of like, pretty a couple of masterminds, and it helped me a lot and I mean, my thinking and very creative, innovative ways. So I'm very blessed to have that, and I want to help others. So like I help my first student right now. We're doing a deal right now in College
Great.
Station, and we're trying to help him get through his hurdle. So that's why. So it's great. And so what
Yeah.
would you, is there any book you like you'd like to share that you read in the past?
The recent book that I read that I really liked was called The Go Giver. And it was about just and there's a whole series like a Go Giver salesman, Go Giver leader, Go Giver influencer.
Hmm.
And I've read the Go Giver leader, and I really like it because you get further in life if you just give more, and
Hmm.
the you live to give, not to you don't live for things. Your life is infinitely better if you just give, and things happen a lot better for you if you give more, and,
That's
and I
true.
found that throughout my life that when things were going great, it's because I was giving a lot.
Yeah, I know Paul, I think Wellings Capital, I've got his name, Paul Moore, I think it is. He at one point
Yes,
he once said he has to
yes,
give to get, right? So he gave a lot away. Then he did
yeah,
well in that deal and he will sell it, make money. I remember that story he told me in I think one of his podcasts I was in, or one of his webinars we did with him. So that's very true. That's very true because I think the universe watches you and sees that,
yeah,
hey, you're a good soul. You're giving away, you're making positive vibes. Well, in return,
yeah,
we'll reward you for that because you're not being selfish, you're not being that egotistic person that's
yeah.
self-centered, So
And it's a mindset thing of a mindset of abundance, because if you're trying to hold on to everything, that's a very scarcity mindset that all the money's going to go away, and you have to keep the money moving.
hmm.
For if you give it away, it comes back to you in tenfold.
Yes, yeah.
It's and sometimes even more than that.
Hmm. And Scott, how do you define life? How would you say what life's about?
Life is about love and giving.
Love
The
and giving.
more
Good.
love you give, the more you get, and it's not about the stuff. If you have a lot of love in your life, you don't need anything else.
Exactly. That's good. That's good because the source, in my view, is love and light, and that's what we're made up of. So that's
True,
great. That's great.
very
That's
true.
true. That's true. Well,
Yeah.
great. Well, thank you, Scott. Hope you reach out to you, look at your and talk to you investment, your deal or something. What's the best way to reach out to you?
The best way to reach out to me is investwithscottkidd.com,
Okay.
and you can find all my information there. I also have my captain's pre-departure checklist for apartment investing there. It's slash free gift.
Okay, yeah, it's a free gift from Scott. You can check it out, download it, and book appointment with Scott Kidd. Talk about any investment apartment that you'd like to talk about. Well, thank you, Scott, coming on the show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Jonathan. I appreciate it. I had a great time.